Let's now connect with David Bizarkar, Head Equities at Daiwa MC. David, let's first talk about the moot point, the outcome of Gujarat elections. From a market perspective, from a market standpoint, how important is today's event?
Good morning, Nikunj. Well, essentially the market will want to know whether Mr. Narendra Modi will be the prime ministerial candidate for the next general elections or not. So I'm not sure if the eventual outcome, if it is better than last time's election outcome, if that actually means that that kind of a situation is actually possible or not. So I would think that while the market will welcome a better response this time, but I think it is just too complicated to predict whether this will have a lasting positive impact or not. I would think it would just be a temporary kind of a positive. I think the market already knows that what the result is likely to be. It's just the extent of the win that that could actually make a small difference here.
David, hi, morning. What did you make of the strength across the auto basket yesterday? And do you still see buying opportunities from a medium to long-term perspective?
Well, yes, Aisha, I think consumer discretionary is one sector where we are relatively positive. We are also overweight on this sector. I think what people are seeing is that maybe commodity prices are stable, and therefore companies will be able to expand margins. Overall demand has been quite weak, but there are expectations and hopes that there will be a revival because of the wedding season that we are seeing now, and possibly easier monetary policy in the first half of 2013. So partly it is based on hope, but I think there is some underlying fundamental reason also for it. But yes, like you said, the stocks have run up substantially. So at this point of time, it would be better to exercise some degree of caution. But overall, I would stay overweight on this sector, consumer discretionary, which is auto ancillaries, as well as media. I'm also positive on the media sector.
David, I would like to draw your attention to metals. Metals as a group, metal as a category, that index has appreciated by about 4% plus in a matter of just 5 days. To your mind, what is driving large metal stocks? Under ownership or improvement in the Chinese economic data?
Well, Nikunj, I think you have already highlighted the two main points, improving Chinese data and under ownership. But I would think that unless there is follow-up buying by, in terms of underlying metal prices, if you look at base metal prices, while they have moved up from their lows, but there is limited follow-up buying. Also, there has been a hike in steel prices in Europe. But unless that is followed up, I think the metal price rally will be a short-term affair. Metal stocks rally will also be a short-term kind of an affair. So I would be a little cautious here. Wait to see whether this is just a reversal of the underperformance of the previous month, because the underlying fundamentals, or if you look at the cost curve, particularly for non-ferrous metal producers listed in India, the current cost curve does not seem to suggest that these companies can make an ROE which is higher than their cost of capital for the next 2 to 3 years. So while there may be trading opportunities, yes, there could be a 5-10% kind of a trading opportunity, but on a sustainable basis, I think the rally as far as the metal stocks is concerned is likely to be capped at these levels.
So David, before we let you go, leave us with some stock names wherein one can still buy and forget about it for the next, say, 3 to 6 months.
Well, unfortunately, I cannot talk about specific stocks, but what I can say is that we have a overweight position as far as consumer discretionary, financials, healthcare, and telecom sectors are concerned. but the market situation is quite volatile, and I'm afraid it is extremely difficult to take an extremely long-term kind of a view. It is quite dynamic. One has to look at it from month to month. But as of now, these four sectors are where we feel that investors can make some kind of money. But overall, if you ask me, I think the market, at this particular point, needs to take a sort of a breather and see whether the happiness over the reform process, whether it is matched by underlying fundamental improvements. Also in Jan, we will see the earnings season starting, and finally earnings are what are going to drive markets, and I don't think the earnings season is going to be that positive for the markets to really be as optimistic as they are at this current juncture.